Hey, what's going on, Selectorch here today? And yes, we're going to be talking about my Deepwoken POSERS ring build. Now, this build is a little different since, I'd say this is the more upgraded version or friendlier version of POSERS rings to play versus the old lose your mind, all that willpower stacking stuff. Yeah, I didn't do any of that on my POSERS rings build since I thought it was going to get nerfed, and I was right, it did get nerfed. So this is the result of making a new build that's kind of like the old lose your mind POSERS ring build, but instead we are using charisma. Now you guys may be thinking, doesn't it sound too good since charisma doesn't really give that much of a damage boost? But this is damage boost that you get from like without really thinking. You can get it if you get hit, you can get it if you land a crit, you can get it if you land an uppercut, and with Silent Heart you can land uppercuts pretty easily. You can also land crits pretty easily if you're just using katana, I'm a real. But yeah, or you can just land flourishes too. Flourishes are also a really good way to proc this charisma. Or you can always get a alert enchant, so you always have a damage boost active. Now with that being said, there's actually two enchants you can use on this build. One is Yunshul. This is the more RNG enchant, but it does give you a lot of damage onto your POSERS rings. That's good. And two is Grim. Grim is also really good because you'll just proc Grim and do the damage and sheath, and your damage should be stacked onto whatever you sheathed. Those two enchants in themselves is really good on this build because you will only be sheathing after you see hearts above your opponent's head. That is the only time you should be sheathing your weapon, is when you see the hearts. If you decide to sheath at any other time, you won't be getting a lot of the damage you would want. Now, there is one counter to this build, and that is reinforced armor. Now, reinforced armor will be your bane, pretty much. This talent in itself is pretty much this build's kryptonite, because if someone does have reinforced armor, your pen won't actually go through, and you'll just be doing kind of like normalish damage. It's not huge, but it's still strong. Like, there's a difference, big difference. You'll see what I mean. Yeah, as you can see, with 5 hits, I did pretty much 80% to an endgame build that didn't have reinforced armor. Now, if you were to have reinforced armor, this damage would drop significantly, as you do have damage resistances that, the pen can't completely mitigate. This build is very strong, and you should be sheathing at the end of any flourish, uppercut, or any crit that you do, because you want to do it when someone is allured or charmed. But yeah, that's pretty much all for today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and peace out.